This week, legislators in Kansas will hear public comments on proposed legislation limiting healthcare and rights for transgender individuals in bills that ban gender-affirming care for children and young adults, bar transgender athletes from participating in girls' sports, and prevent transgender women from accessing female designated spaces in publicly funded areas. Senator Beverly Gossage, a Eudora Republican who chairs the Senate Public Health and Welfare Committees, stated, "Trans women can think they're women, and that's fine. They should not be allowed into women's spaces," she said. Gossage will preside over hearings on both bills, a bill criminalizing gender-affirming care for children and young adults under the age of 21, and a bill proponents refer to as the Women's Bill of Rights. Senator Renee Erickson, a Wichita Republican, introduced the Women's Bill of Rights last week. She said her goal was to prevent chaos in terms of social institutions. When we can't define what a woman is, she says, and we have an obligation to protect women and girls, then we need a concrete, clear definition of what a woman is. The Women's Bill of Rights solidifies the definition of woman as only a person identified as female at birth and a man as only a person identified as male at birth. It bars any state-funded agency from identifying anyone in their data as something other than their sex assigned at birth, and mandates that any spaces designed for just men or just women are only available to those assigned that at birth. The legislation is a near exact model of a policy pushed at the federal level by the right-wing Independent Women's Voice. State Representative Heather Meyer, an Overland Park Democrat who has a transgender son, said, "None of these bills will protect children from harm. There is a clear, concerted effort by the GOP to continue their war against our country's most valuable children." The ACLU has identified 6 anti-LGBT bills in Kansas, 28 in Missouri, 32 in Oklahoma. In addition to the 3 bills earning hearings this week in Kansas, bills have been filed to criminalize drag performances in front of children, ban public funding of drag, and require parental consent for teachers to call students by the pronouns and name they were not assigned at birth. It's so insulting to hear someone say that, transgender people can think they're the gender, whatever gender they are, but it still infringes on everybody else's rights. And of course, she's only talking there about transgender women. Transgender men are not part of the FEAR campaign and are often left out of these bills and definitely out of the rhetoric.